Hello friends and family, and good afternoon from the premium outlets here at Vineland Ave. I thought it'd be fun to come out today, head on over to the Disney Character Warehouse outlet store and check out all of the newest, heavily discounted Disney Parks merchandise that Walt Disney World has to offer. Because lately both outlet stores at Vineland and International Drive have been putting out such a great new selection of merchandise. Then after we leave here, we'll actually head over to the premium outlets at International Drive. This way we can compare both Disney Character Warehouses. But before we get started, if you would subscribe and click the bell notification so you're aware of future uploads and live streams, we would greatly appreciate it. Such a beautiful afternoon in Central Florida though. They got the fountain here at the retention waterway. One sign I'll never get used to though, beware of snakes and alligators in the area. And before we do head inside both Disney Character Warehouse outlet stores, I do want to mention, if there is any merchandise in today's video that you are interested in, definitely check out the shopping tier of our Patreon page. I'll let a link to that in the description box. That being said though, holy moly, definitely really busy at the premium outlets. The outlets definitely always get really busy in the afternoons. Okay, so as soon as you come inside the Character Warehouse, they actually have a whole bunch of different prints that are all matted up and ready to go. This one is from Disney Pixar Luca, but these are only $20 a piece. Right next to that one, they do have Princess Ariel from the live action Little Mermaid. So another really cool one. And again, these are all matted up. These are only $20 a piece. Let's see what else we have over in this section. So further reduced are those Marvel Miles Morales figurines. These actually come with a bunch of different colored markers on the back. These are now only $10 from $25. Of course, we have to check out some of the different pins here at the Character Warehouse. Here's a really cool, let's see here, Tinkerbell version. They do have like a black and yellow version here with Mickey Mouse. A good selection of different pins though. They actually have a really good selection of different like Mickey ones. Here's like with the pinstriping with Mickey with the Cheshire Cat. They do have the Cheshire Cat even on the bottom section. But right over here is that really cool light up house from Encanto. This one has Maribel like at the front door. So all of these little windows actually illuminate. These are originally $80, now $40 a piece. And speaking of Maribel, they do have those massive dolls. These are one of 6,650 pieces. These actually used to be on clearance for $100. These are now only $75. A bunch of really cool adult-sized graphic t-shirts up front here. These are actually further discounted. Normally like $30 at the World of Disney store. Now only $7.99, but these are your adult-sized unisex with all the pastel colors there for Walt Disney World. Right behind there is a shirt that would have been perfect for like 4th of July with like the red, white, and blue, the Walt Disney World lettering with a bunch of fireworks for $8. And they do have your class of 2025 adult size shirts. This one has like the outline with Cinderella Castle and Mickey Mouse for $8. It's always cool though when they get some assorted Disney Parks lug bags. This one is that really cool crossbody size for the 4th of July. This has 3 good size zipper compartments, again with the red, white, and blue. You do have a big patch with Mickey with that pinstriping on the backside. These are originally $65, now $35 a piece for them. Also further discounted from the holiday collection are these really fuzzy snap bracelets with the little snowman with the Mickey ears. These were $10 in the park, now only $1.99. They do have all of the bins like completely loaded with new merchandise up front. These are those brand new Winnie the Pooh weighted throw blankets. You can see like Roo on there, Tigger, you have Eeyore and Piglet. So all of the different characters. These are further discounted to $35 a piece. I do believe these are around $80, $85 in the park. Right next to that one is another really fuzzy throw blanket. Let's pull one of these puppies out. These are 60 by 74 inches with Piglet, Winnie the Pooh, and Christopher Robin. This one says, without Pooh, the adventure would be impossible. These were $70 in the park. Now let's see here, $30 for them. They do even have your 2024 collector medallion books. This one features Mickey Mouse on the front. Let's see the price. I do believe these are originally $10 a piece, now only 99 cents. Looks like they're even getting some more brand new merchandise from Epcot though. This is that massive like collectible figurine that actually lights up. It has a bunch of characters on the base like Olaf, Mickey Mouse, Figment, even Groot. Let's see what the original price is. Okay, so this is actually like a designer collection. I do believe these are $100 and some in the parks, but they do have the original boxes if you are doing any traveling. These are now only $75. Definitely lots of new Marvel merchandise from over at the Marvel store at Disney Springs. They do have these really cool eyes. This one is actually from like Doctor Strange. Really neat though. These are only $25 a piece. They actually come in like a really massive size box. Right up ahead is a Doctor Strange plastic cup. We actually get like the little eye there, like gibbet on the straw itself. But really nice attention to detail with Doctor Strange. Originally $25, now $10 a piece. And some more brand new merchandise here. This is a Disney Park Signature Series puzzle celebrating the 5th anniversary of Disney Pixar Coco. So this one is a 500-piece puzzle. These were $25 in the parks, now only $7.99. They even have a rack of adult-sized clothing here, t-shirts, actually further reduced. This is part of that Marvel collection with the threat level meter there. You do have Loki. This one is a V-neck. These are originally $40 a piece at the Marvel store, now only $1.99 for that one. And they do also have a Bruno from Encanto graphic shirt. This one has that weathered look on the neckline with Bruno, the palm fronds, and the rats. Originally $35, now only $1.99. And so many brand new stationery sets that they do have at the Character Warehouse for the kiddos. This one would be perfect for Halloween, the Boo Crew with Jack Skellington and Zero. This one has Jack on the zipper pull, but you actually get like all the crayons, the scissors, the stencils, everything on the inside. Originally $25. These are all $12.99, but they do have a good selection of different characters. We have your Marvel Spider-Man with that 3D effect on the front side. Actually shows you on the inside like all of the different things. These are a great deal though, only $12.99 for that one. They do also have the Millennium Falcon from Star Wars. This one has the little Star Wars on the zipper pull. And then way down on the bottom section from Cars, you have your Built for Speed Lightning McQueen set for $12.99. A bunch of really cool Star Wars merchandise that they do have. This is part of your Jeff Grantino home collection. A massive serving tray with, let's see here, we have Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca, Greedo, even Han Solo. These are now only $5 a piece from $35. Also part of that Jeff Grantino collection, they do have that same pair of hat ears with Greedo and Han Solo. These are actually double-sided with like Chewbacca and Anakin Skywalker, but these are further reduced to only $5 a piece. And then right over here is that really cool like Funko Pop version figurine of Princess Leia. So this one is a vinyl figurine with like that really good sized display base. Let's check out some of the bins of merchandise up front by the registers though. So from Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival, they do have a couple different like smaller size watering cans. These are all only 99 cents a piece, so a really good deal. They have the original Florida Orange Bird, kind of peppered throughout here. You do have Spike the Bee. These have like smaller size handles on the side, but they do even have like the blue caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. So 3 different offerings for only $1. Here is that Abu from Aladdin, like really good size of Disney Blissful Buddy. These are little fidget plushies. You can kind of move like the arms and the legs throughout the plush. These were $35 a piece, now $14.99 for them. They do even have these really cool Santa Claus plushies. These are from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. A really good size plush though. These were $35 in the park, now only $4.99. Even more really fun Star Wars merchandise though from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They have these lava meerkat plushies. These were $23 in the park. It comes like with a little display stand. That one is now only $9.99. They do still have some of those plastic cups from the movie Up. This one says Adventure is Out There on one side. You do have the balloons on the back with the little grape soda badge. These are originally $25, now $5 a piece. But I'm noticing even more brand new Star Wars merchandise with your old school Kenner packaging. So many different action figures. This is part of that retro collection. You get Jango Fett. Let's see here, Mace Windu, Anakin Skywalker. I love this. These are only $45 for the entire set. Underneath there from Star Wars Mandalorian is your deluxe, let's see here, gauntlet set. These actually shoot the darts, which is really cool. But these are now further reduced to $8 a piece. And then even more merchandise from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They do have these massive droids. These are actually motion activated with lights and sound effects, part of the Star Wars Power Force. These were $30 in the park, now $14.99. And they do even have some assorted Black Series action figures. These are actually highly collectible. They do have a couple different offerings for $25 each. And here's some really cool tin coffee cans. I do believe these are actually from Princess Tiana's section over at the Magic Kingdom. Let's see what we got doing. So you get some milk chocolate coins on the inside. This is really neat though. You could use as like a little coin bank. These are only $4.99 a piece. Then also they do have the Princess Tiana green apple lollipops here at the Character Warehouse for only $1 each. Holy moly though, they do have your Star Wars Black Series helmets. This is crazy. I remember these at the Star Wars store at Disney Springs literally just days ago. They have the brand new Moff Gideon electronic helmet. These are all only $75 a piece, so a really good deal. Next to that one, part of your Star Wars Black Series collection, they have the Carson Teva premium electronic helmet for $75. They do even have the R2-D2 massive droids. These are actually from Droid Depot over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. You get the interactive remote control droid, R2-D2 with the serving tray. These are now $75 a piece. And right next to that is even the Sabine Wren Star Wars Black Series premium electronic helmets. These are a great deal from Star Wars Ahsoka for only $75. They do have even more merchandise though from Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival. This is a really cool Tervis tumbler with Spike the Bee. You got like the flowers and clouds, but you do get like that peach colored lid with the Tervis logo. These I do believe are $12.99 from $35. Underneath there is a whole bin of little photo frames. These hold a 2-inch by 3-inch photo with the original Florida Orange Bird, Spike's Honey Farm. These are $5 from $15, but still a good selection of that merchandise left over. Like these smaller size planters again with Spike the Bee with that floral design. You do have your 2025 festival logo on the back. These are now $12.99 a piece. And then right up ahead is a really fancy adult-sized bucket hat for International Flower and Garden Festival. These are all patches embroidered on the front side. These are $12.99. And then right over here, part of last year's Mousewares collection, is a really awesome coffee press with all the chrome finishes. You actually get the little Mickey gibbet on top, which is really nice. These were $40 in the parks, now $19.99 for them. And they do even have those smaller size saucers. The cool thing about these though, you actually get 6 plates with like Mickey, Minnie, you get Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. And it comes with the display case. These are now $15 from $50. Let's see what else we have doing here from the Mousewares collection though. So here's some adult size dish gloves with Mickey Mouse's facsimile signature, and actually has this really cool like silicone design. These are now only $8 a piece. Right underneath there is your Minnie Mouse kitchen apron with the little bow on the front there with 2 really good sized pockets, but you actually have all of Minnie's polka dots. These were $35 in the park, now $12.99 for them. Part of last year's Play in the Parks collection is also that set of 4 metal fireworks. So you get the whole set here of 4 of them, and they do have that Mickey Mouse design on the insides. These were $100 a piece, now only $50. And it does look like they do have a brand new snow globe here. This one has the gold Cinderella castle on the inside with like the solid wooden display base for Walt Disney World. All of this gold glitter is in the shape of Mickey Mouse though. These are originally $40, now $14.99 for them. And then they do even have that matching throw blanket with Cinderella Castle and the Spirit Jersey logo. These are 50 by 60 inches for $25. Here's some of the different Disney Christmas ornaments at the Character Warehouse. house right now. Part of last year's Disney Parks Munchling collection. This is a matcha cookie cheesecake Mickey Mouse ornament with the little chocolate chip cookie ears. These are now $5 from $25. They do even have the red panda from Disney Pixar's Turning Red. This one is a baked apple brulee. And again, these have a little clippy in case you want to use them as like a little figurine. But these are only $5 a piece, so a really good deal. This one is part of your Disney sketchbook series. You have the castle on the popcorn bucket with the big Mickey hand. Originally $25 in the park. This one is now $4.99. Also part of that Munchling collection, you have your snowflake cupcake with Stitch with the little snowflake on top with the sprinkles. But this one is only $5. And they do even have from the Germany Pavilion at Epcot's World Showcase a glass Christmas ornament that has Mickey Mouse on the inside with a little Christmas tree. These were $27 in the parks, now only $12.99 for them. So many different fancy ornaments though that they do have from over at Epcot. Let's actually check out some of the assorted coffee mugs that they do have at the outlet store. This one actually looks like it's airbrushed with a monorail, Cinderella castle. You have some Florida palm trees, and it says just along for the ride. These were $20 a piece in the parks, now only $7.99 for them. Part of last year's Play in the Park, I should say, Pride Collection. You do have the Pride Collection coffee mugs with Mickey Mouse. You have all the Pride colors on the handle, and then Walt Disney World on the back side. These were $20 in the park, now $7.99. And here's a really cool like pearl finish coffee mug with that starburst design with Minnie Mouse on one side. The cool thing about these though, they are actually double-sided with Mickey on the opposite side. And again, that one is $7.99 marked down from $20. And it looks like they even have yet another brand new water bottle. This one is a really tall version for the parks. You actually have Earth's Mightiest Heroes for Marvel on one section, and then your Marvel Comics supervillains on the back side. These are originally $30 at Disney Springs, now $14.99. So many awesome drinkware offerings. Here's a whole section dedicated to Lion King from over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So this one is a stainless steel cup that actually has the twisty off lid with Simba. These are $12.99 from $30. Right underneath there, yet another brand new coffee mug. This one has like that pinstriping, Simba, Timon, Pumbaa, even Zazu. These are only $7.99 from $20 a piece. And it does look like on the bottom section, they do still have those adult-sized pair of Crocs with all of the palm fronds with Simba, Timon, and Pumbaa. And then you do have the little paw prints on the back for $25. And it looks like even more of your 2025 Disney Parks merchandise is making its way to the character warehouse. Here's another plastic water bottle with Mickey, Minnie, you got the fireworks, and Cinderella Castle. These were $20 in the parks, now $7.99 there. And yet another plastic cup from Disney's Fantasia. You got Sorcerer Mickey on the one side, but even get the little gibbet on the top there with Sorcerer Mickey's hat. These are filled with water and glitter. Originally $25, now only $8 a piece. And another really tall plastic cup. Never Stop Dreaming, Never Stop Believing. The backside, you do have Cinderella Castle. These are $10 from $25. A few other really cool things. Literally right behind me is this massive ceramic candle. This is that pineapple version with Stitch. So these are, let's see here, pineapple coconut scented. Originally, I want to say $35 or $45. These are now $14.99. A couple different things from the Disney Eats collection. This is a whole bookend set with the hot dog, kind of like cut in half, with that Mickey Mouse design. But these are $15 a piece. And then right underneath there is a really fun like desk organizer with the popcorn bucket in the shape there with Mickey on the front side. These are now $14.99 from $35. Here's even a really cool like solid ceramic serving tray from Epcot as well. This one has two big size handles on the side with Minnie Mouse in the center. You got like the little bicycle with the flowers, but these are $15 a piece. Underneath there is some brand new Disney Cruise Line coffee mugs. You have King of the Sea there with this really fancy handle, and then King Triton from Little Mermaid. They do say Disney Cruise Line on the inside. These are $7.99 from $20. Right underneath there is a really cool one with the Disney villains for a Disney Cruise Line with Ursula. It says Sea Witch, more like Sea Goddess with Disney Cruise Line for only $7.99. And they've been getting so much merchandise from over at Epcot lately, specifically for Guardians of the Galaxy. This is like a retro style coffee mug with the characters in front of Spaceship Earth. The backside says Otherworld Showcase. These are originally $20 a piece, now $7.99 for them. Here's that massive coaster set. You get 4 ceramic coasters on the inside with like this really cool like display case that says Guardians of the Galaxy. It has your Marvel logo on the bottom section. These are now $12.99 a piece. And some really cool plastic cups for the kiddos. These actually have like that little flippy up lid and then the silicone handle. But these actually change color when you add like ice cold liquids. This is the Mickey Mouse version. Originally $20, these are only $7.99, but they do have them with a whole bunch of different characters. You have Yoo-Hoo there with Minnie Mouse, her facsimile signature. This one is only $7.99. And then from Guardians of the Galaxy is the Baby Groot version. Again, these are cool with that little silicone handle for only $8. A few other nice things that I want to show you though from Epcot. Here's a really cool throw pillow from World Showcase. This one is from the Norway collection with Mickey Mouse. The opposite side though is solid Sherpa. And then it's that fleece design. These are originally $40 a piece, now $14.99. Here is a solid glass pitcher, would be perfect for summertime. This one has like the blue brim there, the Mickey Mouse design with the flowers. These are originally $35, now $7.99. And then they do even have a Germany Pavilion adult-size graphic t-shirt with Mickey and then Donald Duck. Let's see if we can find the old price of Rooney. These are $12.99 from $27. Here's even some of those brand new deluxe figurine sets at the Character Warehouse. So even more brand new Princess Tiana merchandise. You usually get a whole set of like 9 different figurines. Originally $35 in the park. These are now $15 a piece, so a really good deal. Right underneath there, they do even have your Disney Ariel play sets where you get like Sebastian, Flounder, and Ariel for $15. Even more Disney Park Loungeflies right now at the Character Warehouse. So this one is actually part of that brand new Star Wars collection with the massive embroidered AT-AT on the front. This one has your Star Wars Loungefly badge. These are originally $80 a piece, now $40 at the Character Warehouse. They do have that glow-in-the-dark simulated leather bag with like C-3PO, R2-D2, Yoda, even Han Solo. This one has the little Star Wars patch at the bottom. $40 from $80 for that one. And then lots of new Marvel merchandise, so another Disney Parks Loungefly. But you have like Captain America, Iron Man, and the Incredible Hulk. This is a very nice simulated leather for $40. Did want to mention though, they do still have some of those Disney Haunted Mansion adult-size Crocs. These literally have the Haunted Mansion wallpaper. You get 6 different gibbets, including the Haunted Mansion logo, but has this really fancy strap. These are adult size for $35 a piece. And then right behind them is yet another brand new pair of adult-size Crocs. These ones are super duper sparkly, more of like a hot pink fuchsia color. Instead of the normal Croc holes, you do have like that Mickey Mouse design with the Mickey gibbets on the side for $35. Even more Disney Park lug bags right now at the Character Warehouse. So this one is a crossbody bag, part of your Disney Cruise Line collection. Sail away with Captain Mickey for Disney Cruise Line. These are originally $65 on the ship. These are now only $35 a piece. They do still have some of those backpacks left over from Epcot's International Festival of the Arts, again with Figment. These again are Disney Park lug bags. That one is now $25, marked down from $90. And then over from Disney's Ever After at Disney Springs, here's a massive super fuzzy tote size bag with Lotso from Toy Story. It actually comes with like the little strawberry. Really neat design though. These are super fuzzy. Originally $45, now $25 for that one. And here's a really good sized tote bag, part of the Dooney and Burke collection with Cinderella Castle, Walt Disney World, Disneyland. You get so many different characters from Chip and Dale, Mickey, Minnie, some hat ears. These are originally, let's see here, I want to say $279. Let's see what we got. Originally $268, now $150. Then also further discounted, they do have these really nice, like smaller size Vera Bradley bags with Mickey, Minnie, Pluto, and Figaro. These are now further discounted to only $15. Here's even some really nice Disney Lily Pulitzer merchandise, like this half-zip sweatshirt. Again, these are adult size with the gold hardware, with Minnie Mouse, and then of course Daisy Duck. You got some really nice flowers and Cinderella Castle. These are $65 from $148. Right next to that one is last year's adult-size pullover sweatshirt. Again, you do have Minnie Mouse, Daisy Duck. This one has some pockets on the side with Cinderella Castle. Originally $118, now $65 for that one. And some of those brand new tote size bags from over at Disney Springs, I'm shocked they have these. This is that brand new Baymax version. Really nice though to put like some beach towels and put some of your towels in to go to the pool or to the beach. This is your Baymax version. It does say Walt Disney World on the back side. These are $20 from $45. Here's even a brand new adult size pullover sweatshirt. This one is a cream colored embroidered Walt Disney World with those retro colors. These are $20 marked down from $60. And perfect to go with the pullover sweatshirt. They do even have the adult size sweatpants on the pocket. It's embroidered with the Spirit Jersey logo and Walt Disney World. These actually have the elastic band with the drawstring. These are $20 marked down from $50. Here's some of those brand new adult size long sleeve shirts. These will definitely be perfect for winter time. They do all have like the Spirit Jersey logo, authentic original, established 1971. The cool thing though, they actually say Walt Disney World going down the sleeve. These are $20 marked down from $40, but they do have these with a bunch of different colors, like your cobalt blue version, again authentic original 1971. This is more of like a Kelly green color, definitely perfect for like St. Patty's Day. This one is $20, and then right next to that is more of like your classic black and white design that'll definitely match everything. $20 marked down from $40. Perfect to go with those Haunted Mansion Crocs though. They have a really fancy Haunted Mansion women's dress. This one is the whole wallpaper design, a full button down, and it says Tomb Sweet Tomb on the neckline. These are really cool though because it actually glows in the dark. $25 from $70 for that one. Then here's a really cool throw blanket from Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. You get that 3D effect with Jack Skellington. These are 50 by 60 inches. Originally $60 in the park, now $19.99. Even more further markdowns at the Character Warehouse. There's a really fun adult size beanie embroidered with Minnie Mouse's facsimile signature. Then you actually have Minnie Mouse embroidered on the front. Originally $22 in the park. This one is now only $4. And then right underneath there, they are getting some brand new Disneyland merchandise at the outlet. This is your Disneyland Half Marathon Weekend for Run Disney 2025. This is a long sleeve shirt, $13 marked down from $50. And kind of like peppered throughout the Disneyland merchandise, a couple different drinkware offerings. Here's a really tall, let's see here, yellow cup with some Mickey hat ears, some ice cream. You have some Mickey-shaped balloons with Cinderella Castle. This one is $18 original. I should say $17 originally, now $7.99. Right next to that one is a very cool cup. This one has the wooden lid. Actually comes with this massive silicone ring with all of like almost like little paint flakes and Mickey Mouse. These are $10 marked down from $25. Some of the different hats that they have right now at the outlet store. This one is an adult size beanie with that floral design with Minnie Mouse. This actually comes with like a little chin strap. These are $7.99 a piece from $30. Also from Tron over at Disney's Magic Kingdom, you have your adult size Flynn's Top Score Club baseball caps. These are actually just brought to the outlet, and that has like the top score on the backside embroidered. This one is $8 from $30. A good selection of different bucket hats that they do have at the outlet store from Disney's Encanto. Here's a really fun one with all of the different colors and the embroidered flowers. These are adult size, $7.99 from $35. And they do also still have that reversible Spirit Jersey material bucket hat from the Disney Eats collection with like your pineapple Dole Whip, your premium bars, and your churros. But the inside actually has all of the snacks. I love this one. That one is $10 from $45. Here's some more really nice adult size long sleeves. This one actually is embroidered with the Spirit Jersey logo on the front. And then you have all of the different Mickey color balloons. It's embroidered Walt Disney World on the back side. Again, perfect for winter time in Central Florida. These are $25 from $65. Right next to that is your adult size full zip hoodie. This one is part of that Minnie Mouse collection. On the back side though, you literally have on the hood Minnie Mouse's ears and then the bow. You do have two really good sized pockets here on the bottom section. These are $20 from $65, so a really good deal. And this is crazy how they're getting some of those headband plushies from over at Disney Springs. How cool is this from Disney Pixar's Inside Out 2? So it does come with like this little Velcro strap where you can customize your own plushies. These are only $1.99 though, so a really, really good deal. part of your Disney collection, they do have a really nice like cotton material women's dress. This would have been over at Disney Springs at Disney Style not too long ago with Little Mermaid. You have Sebastian and Flounder with like that bubble design. These are $25 from $55. Right next to that is another really cool dress. This actually has like the Evil Queen and then a Snow White. Lots of different frillies though. Let's see if we can find the old Price-A-Rooney. These are $50 from $128. A whole bunch of really cool things from Avatar over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Yet another water bottle with that tie-dye design with the characters and the banshees. This one has a wooden lid with the Avatar logo. Originally $25, now $7.99 for them. Right underneath there is a brand new kids fanny pack. Again, a really cool design with the bioluminescence. This one just has one little zipper compartment on the front. These are now $12.99 a piece. And then right underneath there is a really cool kid-sized backpack that has like the floating mountains of Pandora, the banshees, and it says Pandora Valley of Moara. These are actually further discounted to $15. And part of that wood sprite collection, they do even have like the little wood sprites that actually change color, just like they do over in Animal Kingdom. These are further discounted to only $5 each. Let's actually check out some of the spinny racks of merchandise at the outlet store though. So this is that crossover between Haunted Mansion and Nightmare Before Christmas. You get Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas and then Gus with the little Haunted Mansion Doom Buggy. These figures are $20 marked down from $50. On the back side of that rack, it does look like they do have a brand new like reversible lanyard. One side has the Mickey hat ears, the opposite side is like Chip and Dale, the Cheshire Cat, even Lightning McQueen. These were $13 in the park, now only $2.99, and a whole bunch of really cool sunglasses that they do have, part of that Star Wars collection. This one has the gold accents for $8. Let's see what else we have down here on the bottom section. Actually, it looks like they do have a couple different Star Wars pairs. Really neat design on the backside for only $8. Even some brand new Alice in Wonderland merchandise at the Character Warehouse right now. How cool is this? They have a teacups match game. I love this. It kind of like rotates there, and then you can put all the different teacups inside of the containers. These are only $15 a piece from $40. And even more Alice in Wonderland merchandise. These are your adult size pullover like long sleeves with Alice. You have a bunch of different like floral designs, kind of like a split colored shirt. This one is originally $50. Let's see if we can find the outlet price. Okay, so I don't see the outlet price on that one just yet. There is seriously new merchandise everywhere I look today at the outlet though. Here's a new adult size baseball cap embroidered with Mickey Mouse. Disney Vacation Club member. On the backside actually has Disney's Riviera Resort. So really cool like resort merch. These are $15 a piece from $30. Right underneath there is a brand new graphic t-shirt with that pinstripe design. It says Minnie, and then you have a little graphic with Minnie in the center. These are adult size and unisex. Originally $40, now $15 for that one. They do even have like a Donald Duck version where his hat's flying off his head. He's like pumping his fist, and it says Donald. Definitely gives me like Disney Cruise Line vibes. This one is $15, marked down from $40. A few other things that I did want to show you, part of that Alice in Wonderland collection though. Here's a really nice button-down shirt, perfect for like a fancy Disney meal. It has like the squiggly design on the sleeves and then the front, but you got some flowers, Alice from Alice in Wonderland, and some mushrooms. They must have just put these out though, so that one is really cool. And then right next to that is the matching skirt. It actually has the elastic band with that same design. This one is $20, marked down from $40. Even more of those deluxe figurine sets right now at the Character Warehouse. From Disney's Encanto, this one is actually a little bit cheaper, where you get Maribel and then Bruno on the front. These are $10, marked down from $35. Next to that one from Disney Pixar's Turning Red, yet another massive figurine set with a red panda. These are $14.99 from $35. From a Disney Pixar Coco, you get like Ernesto de la Cruz, Miguel, Pepita. So many different action figures, and it looks like they even have one for Disney Pixar Inside Out too. Perfect to go with that little plushie for the headband ears with anxiety and joy. This one is $15. They are getting some more merchandise from Marvel Studios, Captain America, Brave New World. These are some really soft, like foam Red Hulk fist. These are really cool though. I remember these at Disney Springs at the Marvel store. These are now $20 a piece. A couple different Marvel graphic t-shirts. Again, these are adult size and then unisex with Captain America. And then you have the big shield. These are $12.99 a piece from $30. And then over here is your Marvel Studios Captain America Brave New World graphic t-shirts. $15 from $35. So many awesome Marvel shirts right now at the outlet store though. Here is your Amazing Spider-Man one. This is a very nice patch on the front side here. More of like a rubberized effect, but you get like the classic blue and then red. These are $40 originally, now $14.99. And then yet another Marvel Power Icons figurine. This one is your Ghost Spider, motion activated with lights and sound effects with real character phrases. These are originally $30, now $19.99. This is why you definitely have to look everywhere though, because on the opposite side of that Marvel section, they have your Marvel Studios Captain America Brave New World Legend Series action figures of, let's see here, Marvel's Falcon. I love this, really cool, definitely highly collectible. These are now $30 a piece. Underneath there is a kid-size Spirit jersey that says Avengers Assemble on the front. You actually have Captain America. These are further discounted to $20 a piece. On the back side it says Avengers with Captain America, the Incredible Hulk. You even have Iron Man. I did want to mention though, they have even more merchandise from Tron over at Disney's Magic Kingdom. This one is a 4" by 6" photo frame that actually lights up with the Tron logo at the bottom. These are only $20 a piece, marked down from $30, but that one is really neat. It actually changes colors on the bottom section. Here is another stainless steel tumbler where you do get that silicone ring for Tron Light Cycle Run. You get all 4 little ride vehicles at the bottom. These are $10 from $25, but they even have a really fun kids graphic t-shirt with that same tire pattern there, and it says Tron Light Cycle Run. These are $15 from $32. Also really nice to go with that Flynn's Top Score Club adult size baseball cap. They even have your adult size ringer tee that matches. Let's see the price of Rooney. This one's actually embroidered Flynn's on the front. These are $20 a piece, marked down from $40. And it looks like they even have some of the light up keychains for Tron from over at Disney's Magic Kingdom. A great deal though. These are now $4.99. That was such a great visit to the premium outlets at Vineland. Like I was saying though, they've been putting out so much new merchandise lately. It seems like every visit. That being said, let's head on over to the Disney Character Warehouse at International Drive. This way we can compare both outlet stores. Okay, so we just made our way over to the premium outlets at International Drive from the Vineland location. Let's head inside the Disney Character Warehouse outlet store here. That way we can compare both outlets. Okay, so as soon as you come inside the Character Warehouse, they actually have a whole bunch of those little watering cans from Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival. These are actually only $1 a piece. They do have the blue caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland. Here is a whole bin of Spike the Bee, a really cool design with like the little spigot on his nose. These have a smaller, like dainty size handle, and they do still have a whole bin of the original Florida Orange Bird. Really nice little take-home items for the kiddos though. Only $1 a piece for them. And it looks like they even have some of those Sorcerer Mickey glow wands. These are really cool though. You got that sparkly Mickey Mouse design with the Sorcerer Mickey hat on top. Originally $25, these are now only $5 a piece. And right up front is a whole bunch of different Marvel pop sockets. These have that metallic finish from Marvel Spider-Man. These are actually only $7.99 from $25, so a really good deal. It does look like they even have a Groot version from Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Originally $20, now only $7.99. So much brand new Star Wars merchandise from over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge though. How about these really fancy helmets? I love these from over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is really cool, like the attention to detail. These are normally $80 a piece, now only $25 for them. And it looks like they even have that brand new Star Wars Loungefly. This was just released to the parks not too long ago, but it has this nice like blue color on the front there. It has that massive embroidered AT-AT. This is really neat though, especially for like winter time, I feel. These are normally $80 a piece, now only $40 each for them. And then right over here is a set of different like die-cast Disney buses for Disney Cruise Line. Then you have the actual like Disney Transport bus. These are $10, marked down from $18. So many really awesome Marvel things right now at the outlet, especially like further discounted items, like these huge Captain America statues. It actually comes with like that comic book base. These are further discounted to only $30. That is such a good deal. Right underneath there, also part of the Marvel collection, is your collectible Iron Man statue. And this one has the Iron Man base for $50. They have such a great selection of different characters though. The Spider-Man version, where kind of like he's jumping off like that brickwork with the Spider-Man collector's base. And it looks like they're getting even more different merchandise. This is part of your Marvel Studios Spider-Man No Way Home. This is the Green Goblin Premium Roleplay helmet. I love this. Really nice attention to detail from the Marvel store, but these are $75 a piece. And it looks like they even have your Infinity Stone briefcases. These come in a really like hard plastic case. Originally $40 at Disney Springs, now only $25. Some more really awesome Marvel merchandise right now at the outlet though. This is a very soft adult-sized t-shirt that actually has a hood. You got the Captain America logo on the front. These are $15 from $45, but a nice lightweight material. Here is your unisex graphic t-shirt again with Captain America. You have the Sentinel of Liberty logo with the shield. These are $13, marked down from $30, so a really good deal there. And they do even have those Avengers Assemble pullover sweatshirts with that massive like airbrushed look with the Avengers logo. But these are further discounted, $20 from $55. And here's a really cool like sling size bag. You have the metallic finish there with the Captain America shield. It's even embroidered First Avenger. These are perfect for the Disney parks. $20 marked down from $40 for that one. They do even have that Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy fanny pack with that retro pinstriping. You get two really good sized zipper compartments. These are $15, marked down from $30, but it does look like they are getting even more brand new Marvel merchandise at the outlet store. This one is more of like a backpack design with your superheroes and then your supervillains. But you have like Thanos on the front, Black Panther, the Incredible Hulk. These are $35 from $68. And let's see here, Captain America. We have your Marvel Studios Brave New World Loungefly bag. You have Captain America's shield on the side. And then the wings that actually move. These are originally $90, now $45 a piece at the outlet. And then right next to that, a couple different offerings that I do want to show you. This is your adult size unisex Iron Man graphic shirt from Marvel with a big patch on the front. These are $15 from $40. And then right next to that, perfect to go with all of the brand new Spider-Man merchandise, another unisex graphic t-shirt with the big Spider-Man logo with the red and the blue. These are $15 from $40. They've been getting so many awesome things though from over at Disney's Hollywood Studios, specific to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. They have your astromech droids of R2-D2 that actually comes with a little serving tray. These are remote control activated droids. This one is further discounted to only $75, but they are completely stocked up with them. Originally $160 a piece. Here's a whole bunch of your Star Wars Black Series helmets. These are highly collectible premium electronic helmets. You have Carson Teva, originally $120 in the parks. These are now only $75 a piece. Underneath that one you have your Black Series helmet. This one is the Sabine Wren for $75. Let's see what we got here on the opposite side. Okay, so they do have more Carson Tevas. And then way down on the bottom section is that brand new Moff Gideon helmet for $75. Let's actually check out some of the different toys that they do have from Disney Pixar's Lightyear. This is the Space Ranger buggy with Darby Steel action figure. These have lights and sound effects. This set is only $20. Right next to that from Tron, over at Disney's Magic Kingdom, you have the light jet die-cast vehicle. That actually comes with like the little display base. These do light up though. These are $8, marked down from $20. Two different Tron baseball caps though. One is like your classic adult-sized trucker hat where it says Game On with the grid design. And then last but not least, you do have the Flynn's Top Score Club baseball caps. Everything is embroidered though. These are originally $30, now $7.99 for them. They have a brand new light-up photo frame as well. This one actually holds a 4-inch by 6-inch photo, and it changes a bunch of different colors. These were originally $30 in the parks. That one is now $19.99. Even some brand new puzzles right now at the Character Warehouse. This is your Disney Parks 1000-piece Signaturies puzzle, celebrating the 90th anniversary of Donald Duck like throughout the years. These are only $7.99 from $30. Another really cool Star Wars offering though, they have your Princess Leia exhibit series puzzles with Princess Leia, C-3PO, and then R2-D2. These are $7.99 from $25. Right up ahead is yet another Disney Parks Signature Series puzzle. This one is a 500-piece from Disney Pixar Coco, but these are now only $7.99. And more merchandise they're getting from Marvel Studios Captain America Brave New World. They have these massive like foam Red Hulk fist. These would have been over at the Marvel store at Disney Springs. That one is now $19.99. And some of your different Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy merchandise from Volume 3. This is a really cool 2-in-1 spaceship that you actually get like the Rocket Raccoon action figure. A really nice little set for the kiddos. There is seriously so much really awesome Star Wars merchandise that I want to show you right now at the outlet store though. They do have your Star Wars Power Force droids. These are motion activated with lights and sound effects. These are only $15 a piece. The original price is $30, so these are half off at the moment. From over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, they're even getting some of the assorted plushies from over at the Toy Maker shop. They have your Galaxy's Edge tag. These are $12.99 from $25. Part of your Star Wars Jeff Grantino line, though, they do still have that really cool pair of hat ears with like Han Solo, Greedo. On the backside, you even got like Luke Skywalker and Chewbacca. These are now only $5 a piece, so these are actually further discounted. But they do also have some really awesome lightsaber hilts from Galaxy's Edge. The 26-inch is, I should say the blades, the 26-inch is $50, the 36-inch is $55, and some brand new action figures that they do have for the 40th anniversary of Star Wars Return of the Jedi. They do have a really cool droid there with kind of like that serving tray. These are $7.99, marked down from $15. And it looks like they do also have a whole palette set up here from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. These are really cool lightsaber hilts with the original packaging. So it comes with a really like hard plastic container. This one doesn't have the character name, but these are $85 a piece. Next to that is your Star Wars Mandalorian. Yet another brand new set, part of like that retro collection that actually comes with the armor action figure. These were just over at the World of Disney store at Disney Springs with your Kenner packaging. These were originally $60, now $45 a piece for them. They have some different Star Wars Black Series action figures. Part of the Holochrom collection, they have Ezra Bridger. This is a really cool design from the Black Series. These are now only $20 a piece, so a really good deal. Next to that one is yet another Star Wars Black Series action figure. This one is from Star Wars Shadows of the Empire. That one is now $14.99, but it looks like they even have more old school Kenner action figures. This is a whole set of 6 different figures from Anakin Skywalker. You have a clone trooper. Let's see who else here. We even have Mace Windu and Jango Fett. These are now $45 a piece. And then right underneath there from Star Wars Ahsoka, yet another brand new set, again with the Sabine Wren action figure. And you get the Howler. This one is, okay, so that one doesn't have the outlet price just yet. A few other Star Wars offerings that I do want to show you though. Here's an adult-sized baseball cap for Star Wars May the 4th Be With You 2025 with the Millennium Falcon. You have C-3PO and then R2-D2. Originally $25. These are now $7.99 a piece. Part of that same collection is your kid-size full-zip hoodie. Again, we get the Death Star on the front with the TIE Fighters. These are $20 a piece from $45. They do still have that really cool kid spirit jersey with Princess Leia, Yoda, you have Chewbacca, even R2-D2. But these spirit jerseys are only $25 a piece, so a really good deal. And perfect for a good day over at Galaxy's Edge. Another Star Wars Loungefly with the patch for Star Wars. The cool thing about this one though, it actually glows in the dark. But you got like Yoda, Han Solo, Princess Leia with that star design on the backside. Originally $90, now $40. Behind the counter though, they have so many cool things. They actually have your adult size hoodies, part of your Disney parks, Lululemon collection with Mickey Mouse. They have the soft gray color, and then the black version, originally $148, now $85 a piece. They actually have that green Goblin helmet on display, so you can kind of see it before you purchase it. Some of the assorted Black Series helmets from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Looks like they even have an awesome Chip and Dale collectible figurine. That one is only $20, and a whole bunch of different Disney pin trading lanyards. These go from $4 all the way down to only $3 a piece. But how's about this for a crazy good deal? They do have your Disney Wish prints there. They're all matted up and ready to go with Cinderella and the cruise ship. These are now further discounted to $20. They do still have a whole bunch of the merchandise, part of last year's Disney Parks Play in the Park collection. This is a massive wrapped canvas with Cinderella Castle, Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, so many different characters, and it says Walt Disney World. This is actually now only $35. Also part of last year's Play in the Park collection. They do have your Mickey-shaped fireworks. These are actually like a really heavy metal. You get 4 of them though with the Mickey Mouse design. Originally $100, now $50 a piece. A really cool framed artwork that they do have on that bottom section with a Pluto. And again, this is matted with the frame. Originally $40, now only $20 at the Character Warehouse. And a couple more prints that they do have that are all matted up and ready to go. From Disney Pixar Coco with Miguel, with all of the guitars. So you actually get 2 prints there. This one is only $20. And then right up ahead is a really cool print from Disney Pixar Luca for only $20. Here's some more of the merchandise though from Epcot's International Flower and Garden Festival. This would be perfect for like a Disney cruise or to take down to the beach, celebrating 30 years of Epcot. These are $12.99 from $25. They do also have the coffee mugs locally grown with the original Florida orange bird. You got the orange bird on the handle though, and sunshine oranges. These are only $8 from $25. Right underneath there is that smaller size planter that actually has like Spike the Bee. On the back side you have the Flower and Garden Festival logo. These are now $12.99 a piece, and still going strong is that smaller size photo frame. This actually has Spike the Bee and the original Florida orange bird. These are $7.99, marked down from $15. Here's some really cool merchandise from the bridal collection though. This one is a Mr. like solid glass cup that has the outline with like Cinderella Castle. These are $15 a piece, marked down from $30. But they actually have some of the plastic water bottles, again with that chrome finish. This is the groomsman one with the castle with the heart. These are only $8, marked down from $20, so a very good deal. But they do even have your bridesmaid version that has that same design for only $8. And a whole bunch of merchandise from the Norway Pavilion at Epcot's World Showcase. This is a solid glass cup with that Mickey Mouse design. These are only $8 from $15. It does look like they do still have those really good sized kitchen aprons. You got like that nice design here for the Norway Pavilion. These are $12.99 from $35, but you could even get some of those Disney Cruise Line wall arts with like that flannel finish there. It says Greetings from Alaska 2023. That one is $13, marked down from $30. And so many really awesome deluxe figurine sets at the Character Warehouse. From Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, you get like 9 different action figures. These are all originally $35, now only $15 a piece. They do have your Marvel Studios Spider-Man No Way Home, where you get like Dr. Octopus, Spider-Man, so many different characters. That one is $15. They do even have your Disney Pixar Coco deluxe figurine sets with Miguel. You get Pepita, Ernesto de la Cruz for $15. Perfect for Halloween though, it's right around the corner. From Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, one of my personal favorite sets with like Oogie Boogie, Jack, Sally. You even get Lock, Shock, and Barrel. But last but not least, from Disney Pixar's Inside Out 2, yet another brand new set for $15. Let's check out some of the new merchandise in this section. So here's a really cool snow globe that has a solid wooden base that says Walt Disney World. This one has a lot of gold sparkles on the inside with Mickeys. $15 marked down from $40 for them, and a whole bunch of good deals here on their Christmas ornaments. This is more of just like a pine cone design from over at Epcot's World Showcase, but this one is only $5, so all of the ornaments right now are only $5 a piece. Part of your Disney Park sketchbook series, another pine cone with the 7 dwarves. The opposite side actually has Snow White. That one is now $4.99. Part of last year's Disney Parks Munchling collection, they do have the Red Panda from Disney Pixar's Turning Red, but these are originally $25, now $5 a piece. Underneath there is another sketchbook series Christmas ornament. This one is that really good sized popcorn bucket with the Disney logo. And then the big Mickey hand. This one is now $4.99. And then even more of last year's Play in the Park merchandise. This one is a solid metal Christmas ornament with a castle. And you actually get Mickey and Minnie kind of like rotate on there for only $5. Some absolutely crazy good deals on some Disney Princess framed artwork. This is actually part of your Disney Princess Creative Soul collection. This one is a wrapped canvas. It's actually framed up from the Art of Disney store. They have the Rapunzel version, and they're signed by the artist. Only $75 for that. They do also have your Disney designer collection, kids dresses. This is Belle from Beauty and the Beast. You actually get this metal medallion with the rose. You have like Chip and Mrs. Potts, but very nice attention to detail. These are only $40 a piece, marked down from $100. And then yet another wrapped canvas that's framed. Again, this one is the Snow White version with the poisonous apple, but that one is also $75. And then right underneath there is like your respective Creative Soul dolls. So these are really cool. Like the attention to detail is amazing. They have your Rapunzel and then your Snow White version, but these are $40 a piece. Let's see what else we have on this bottom section. So yet another deluxe figurine set from Disney Junior Ariel. You got like Sebastian, Flounder, King Triton for $15. Some of the different merchandise that they have here for drinkware though. Here's a really tall plastic cup. This one says Never Stop Dreaming, Never Stop Believing with a big handle. You do have Cinderella Castle. Only $10 from $25. Next to that though, from over at Disney's Animal Kingdom is a stainless steel tumbler from Lion King. You get so many little graphics with Simba. These are originally $30 in the park, now $12.99. Here is like a Disney recycling stainless steel cup. It says Love Our Disney Theme Parks. Kind of shows you how to do like some Disney recycling. That one is now $12.99. But underneath there, really fun for Halloween time, they do have this really nice Hades plastic cup with the metallic finish. This one has like the blue flame. These are only $7.99 from $25. And then part of last year's Mousewares collection, they do also have those dish gloves with Mickey Mouse's facsimile signature for only $8. And it looks like they are getting even more merchandise from the Marvel store at Disney Springs. Here's a really tall plastic cup. One side has your superheroes, the other side has your supervillains. Actually comes with like a little plastic carabiner. These are only $15 a piece, marked down from $30. Right next to that, a couple different things, part of last year's Disney Eats collection. This is like a Mickey popcorn bucket, perfect for like your office desk where you can put a whole bunch of like ink pens in there. But this is $15 from $35. They do still have the Mickey hot dog bookend set, so you actually get both bookends there in the shape of the Mickey hot dog. These are $15 a piece. And really cool to go with that snow globe that I showed you. They do have like that solid glass hurricane candle holder with the wooden base for Walt Disney World. You do got the Spirit Jersey logo and Cinderella Castle. These were originally $25 in the park, now $7.99. And here's a really tall ceramic candle. You don't get too many candles at the outlet, so this one is really cool with Stitch, like in the pineapple. These are now originally, I do believe, $45, now only $14.99 for them. And they even have a brand new Disney Fantasia plastic cup This one has Sorcerer Mickey on the one side, but you actually get the Sorcerer Mickey hat as well. These are filled with liquid and glitter for only $8. Yet another brand new Disney Marvel offering. They do have your simulated leather Black Panther ears. These have that really nice like silver finish. These are originally $35 in the parks, now only $7.99, but they are actually double-sided, which is really cool. But right underneath there is baskets of those customizable headband ears, the little plushies that would have been over at Disney Springs. These are really cool from Disney's Ever After. Originally $12.99, now only $2 a piece. From a Disney Pixar Toy Story, they have ham for $1.99. From Disney Pixar's Inside Out 2, they actually have Joy, which is really cool. But it looks like they do actually have like a couple different characters, like Anxiety on the bottom section. I love the facial expression. And they do have Sadness for only $1.99. There's even some really fancy dresses brand new to the Character Warehouse. Part of that new Disney Snow White collection. This has very nice attention to detail with Snow White with the poisonous apple and the evil queen. These are $50 from $128. Over here is a really awesome Minnie Mouse dress with that fancy neckline. You actually get like that little belt design as well. These are $40 from $128. But they even have that matching like bucket hat, again perfect for a beach day. The polka dots actually say Minnie Mouse, which is really cool. These are only $7.99 a piece. But even more merchandise from over at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. This is crazy from the Galactic Star Cruiser. They have this really fancy gown with the metal attachments. These are $75 from $148. Of course, we have to check out some of the different Disney pet merchandise. They have your pet graphic t-shirts from Star Wars, from the Padawan Academy. The backside says Sit and Stay You Will with the lightsaber. These are $12.99 from $25. Again, really cool for Halloween. From Nightmare Before Christmas, you do have Jack Skellington with all of those different facial expressions. These are $7.99 from $25. And they still do have those pet shirts here. They actually have a hood with Bruno from Encanto with all of the rats. And then the palm fronds. These, let's see here, are originally $40 a piece. Let's see if we can find the outlet price. These are now $12.99. Another really cool find here at the Disney Character Warehouse, part of your 4th of July collection. They have your Disney Park lug crossbody bags with that big patch with Mickey Mouse. You actually get 3 really good sized zipper compartments with the pinstriping on the back. These were $65 in the park, now $35 a piece. Here's a really cool plastic water bottle from your 2025 Disney Parks collection with Mickey, Minnie, and Cinderella Castle. These were $20 each originally, now only $7.99. And a really nice adult-sized graphic t-shirt that was just over at the World of Disney store. This one says Home Sweet Castle, Walt Disney World. That one was originally $40, now only $10. Looks like they're even getting some brand new like vinyl figurines. They have the Mickey Mouse version. Again, these are articulated, only $8 a piece, marked down from $13, but they do have 2 entire baskets full of them. Right underneath there is a new adult size pullover sweatshirt. This one's actually embroidered Walt Disney World with all those pastel colors. These are $20 a piece, originally $60 in the theme park. They do have like the matching graphic t-shirt, again with that Spirit Jersey logo that's embroidered Walt Disney World at the bottom. But these are $13 a piece, marked down from $40. And they do even have that matching pair of sweatpants to go with the pullover sweatshirt for $20. Also still going strong at the Character Warehouse is that solid wooden full behind train set. It actually starts with like Mickey, you have Donald, a Horace is on there, so many different characters. These are originally $40, now only $20 a piece. Right underneath there is that Donald Duck water game. So you basically just fill this up with water, then you could shoot the rings through the basketball hoops. These are a great deal though, especially if you are doing some traveling. Originally $20, now $10 a piece. And then underneath there is a very nice kid-size pullover hoodie from over at Disney's Hollywood Studios. You have Goofy on the front with all the music notes. So many really cool tote-sized bags here at the outlet store as well. This was just over at Disney's Ever After at Disney Springs. They have Lotso from Toy Story. These are super duper fuzzy. You actually get like the little strawberry attachment. These are $25, marked down from $45. Underneath there is a brand new Baymax canvas material tote size bag. The one side actually says Walt Disney World, and then on the back side you got this massive Baymax logo with these really tall straps. These would be perfect for some Disney beach towels. Originally $45, now $19.99. A few different things on the opposite side of the rack that I wanted to show you though. Also a Disney Parks Loungefly bag. This one is that hard shell Mickey design. This is like your classic crossbody. It comes with a really tall strap though. These are now only $40 a piece at the Character Warehouse. Right underneath there from Disney Pixar Toy Story is an adult size 3/4 length sleeve graphic t-shirt with the pinstriping. This is a very soft material though. You got like Rex from Toy Story, Bo Peep, even Ham. These are $12.99 from $40, but they're getting so many really cool graphic t-shirts. This one has Buzz Lightyear, Woody, and Jessie. $14.99 from $35 for that one. Then also from Epcot's International Festival of the Arts, they do still have that really cool crossbody bag with Figment. This one is a Disney Parks lug bag, now for only $25, so a really good deal. Some of the assorted Disney Crocs right now at the Character Warehouse. These are adult size with all those sparkles there. Instead of like your typical Croc holes, you actually have that Mickey Mouse design with the gibbets on the side. These are now only $35 a piece. On the opposite side of that rack, part of last year's Disney Parks Haunted Mansion collection, another pair of adult size Crocs. You actually get like the little back straps with 6 different gibbets here with the Haunted Mansion logo for only $35. And so much really cool merchandise specific to Avatar over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. This is a swimming collectible, let's see here, with glowing coral reef. This is awesome. $125 for that one. Right underneath there is a set of 3 wall arts from Pandora over at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So they actually come like all framed up and ready to go. These are further discounted to only $30 a piece. The cool thing though, they actually do have those on display, like up here on the top section with the Banshees and the characters. They do also have that huge like figurine. This is the Avatar Biodome, which is really neat from the film. These are $125 a piece. But they do even have like your adult size backpacks. This one has like the patch with the floating mountains of Pandora. It even says Pandora Valley of Moara. These are now only $12.99, so a very good deal there. And here is like a wall tapestry, Pandora, the Valley of Moara on the bottom with that wooden design. So this is like a whole map of Pandora. Only $15, marked down from $50 for that one. And they do even have some plastic water bottles, kind of like with that tie-dye design with the characters and the Banshees. The cool thing about this though, it actually says Avatar on the handle. These are originally $25, now only $7.99. They do even still have those adult size long sleeve graphic t-shirts. These all say Authentic Original, established 1971, with the Walt Disney World lettering going down the sleeve. These are originally $40 in the parks, now $14.99, so these are actually further discounted. They do have your classic like black and white version, Authentic Original. Next to that one is your Kelly Green. It does look like they do have these in most sizes, which is really nice. And a really cool like cobalt blue color, now $14.99, marked down from $40. But I am shocked, they're actually getting some assorted Disneyland merchandise at the outlet. This is an adult size graphic shirt, Disneyland Half Marathon Weekend for 2025. This one has like that really nice pinstriping there on the neckline. $12.99 from $45 for that one. And they even have a long sleeve graphic shirt that actually has that same logo for Disneyland Half Marathon. These are originally $50 a piece, now $12.99. Even so many different ink pens they've been getting lately at the Character Warehouse. So they do have your Disney Princess Mulan ink pens. These are usually around $15 in the park, now only $5 a piece at the outlet. But as you can see, they have so many Mulan. Also more Star Wars merchandise. They have your Disney Ahsoka ink pens where the little Tootsies come off, and that's the ink pen section. But this one is only $5. And a good selection of kids stationery sets where you get like the crayons, the markers, the rollers, literally everything on the inside. These are originally $25, now only $12.99, but they come with a really fancy like carrying case. They have a Mickey Mouse version where it says "Hey there," where he's kind of like inside of that star design. but perfect for Halloween because it's literally right around the corner. From Nightmare Before Christmas, we have the Boo Crew with Jack Skellington and Zero. This one is $12.99, and it looks like they do even have a Frozen version with Anna, Elsa, and then Olaf for only $12.99. And a whole bunch of really nice Winnie the Pooh merchandise right now at the outlet store. Here's an adult-sized baseball cap with that checkerboard design. This one actually has a bunch of graphics with Winnie the Pooh. Then like your classic snapback. These are all originally $30, now $7.99. Underneath there is an adult-sized graphic t-shirt with Tigger on the front. These were just over at Disney Springs. On the back side it says T-I-double-G-R. Then you have the paw prints, originally $35, now $12.99. A few other Winnie the Pooh things that I do want to show you though. This is perfect for winter time. A super heavy throw blanket with Piglet. You have Pooh Bear and then Christopher Robin. These are 60 by 74 inches. It says without Pooh, the adventure would be impossible. But these were originally $70, now only $30 a piece. And they do have those massive like weighted throw blankets. This literally has all of the characters from Winnie the Pooh. These are further discounted to only $35. Some of the different coffee mugs right now at the Character Warehouse. This one is actually from Guardians of the Galaxy over at Epcot. You have Spaceship Earth. It says Otherworld Showcase on the back side. Originally $20, now $7.99 for that one. From over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, they have your Yeti ski skull for Expedition Everest. This one has that crackle design on the paint, and then Yeti ski skull on the backside. $8 from $20 for that. Part of last year's Disney Parks Pride collection is a really cool coffee mug with Mickey Mouse with all the Pride colors. The backside of this one actually says Walt Disney World, but these are now only $7.99. From over at the Marvel store at Disney Springs, this is a massive, incredible Hulk fist that actually says Hulk Smash. These are only $8 from $25. A few other really cool coffee mugs. We have King of the Sea. This one is specific for Disney Cruise Line. You actually have King Triton from Little Mermaid. These are $7.99, marked down from $20. And one other new offering that I do want to show you. This one says Just Made Me in the Sea. Just Me in the Sea, I should say, with Little Mermaid on the opposite side. But this one also says Disney Cruise Line. These are $7.99 from $20. I had such a fun time today, starting out our day over at the premium outlets at Vineland Ave near Disney Springs at the Disney Character Warehouse there, driving here to the premium outlets at International Drive, and just comparing both Disney outlet stores, because lately there's such a great selection at both stores. It's a really great time to come out, visit, and check out all the newest offerings. That being said, if there is any merchandise in today's video that you are interested in, definitely check out the shopping tier of our Patreon page. I'll let a link to that in the description box. But if you like today's video, give it a big thumbs up. And as always, make today awesome.